Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, is a figure shrouded in both adoration and controversy. His supporters often cite his humble beginnings as evidence of his extraordinary journey to the top. The story goes that Modi, in his youth, helped his father sell tea at a railway station in Gujarat. This narrative, deeply ingrained in the public consciousness, paints a picture of a self-made man who rose from poverty to the highest office in the land. Modi's own accounts of his past often highlight this significant period of struggle. He has spoken about the valuable lessons he learned while interacting with people from all walks of life at the tea stall. This image of a young, ambitious Modi serving chai to weary travelers has become central to his political identity. It reinforces the idea of a leader who understands the common man's struggles because he has lived them himself. The tea seller narrative has been carefully cultivated over the years. It has been woven into speeches, interviews, and even official biographies. This carefully constructed image of Modi's past serves as a powerful tool to connect with the masses. It presents him as a relatable figure who overcame adversity through sheer determination and hard work. In today's digital age, the power of social media to shape public perception cannot be overstated. With billions of users worldwide, these platforms have become the new public squares where ideas are exchanged, opinions are formed, and movements are born. Platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp have become breeding grounds for political discourse, often blurring the lines between fact and fiction. The speed at which information spreads on these platforms is unprecedented, making it challenging to distinguish between credible news and misinformation. This is particularly true in India, where WhatsApp, with its massive user base, has emerged as a potent force in shaping political narratives. With over 400 million users, WhatsApp is not just a messaging app, but a powerful tool for political mobilization and influence. The app's widespread reach, coupled with its encrypted nature, makes it an ideal platform for disseminating information, both accurate and misleading, with little accountability. The encryption ensures privacy, but it also means that false information can spread unchecked. This has given rise to the phenomenon of WhatsApp University, a term used to describe the spread of unverified information and propaganda through the app's vast network of groups and forwards. Here, anyone can become a professor, sharing their version of the truth, often without any factual basis. The tea seller narrative has found fertile ground in the digital ecosystem of WhatsApp University. This narrative, which glorifies humble beginnings and hard work, resonates deeply with many users, making it a powerful tool for political messaging. Supporters of Modi have used the platform to circulate stories, anecdotes, and images that reinforce this narrative. These stories often highlight his journey from a tea seller to the Prime Minister, creating a relatable and inspiring image. These messages, often emotionally charged and lacking any factual basis, are widely shared and discussed within closed groups, creating an echo chamber where dissenting voices are drowned out. The emotional appeal of these messages makes them particularly effective in swaying public opinion. This digital ecosystem has played a significant role in amplifying the tea seller narrative, embedding it deeper into the public consciousness. The constant repetition of this narrative across various groups and platforms ensures that it becomes a part of the collective memory. It has also made it increasingly difficult to challenge or scrutinize this narrative without facing accusations of bias or disrespect. Critics often find themselves labeled as elitist or out of touch, further entrenching the narrative and making meaningful debate challenging. Despite these challenges, there are efforts to counter misinformation and promote diverse opinions on social media. Fact-checking organizations and independent journalists work tirelessly to debunk false claims and provide balanced perspectives. However, their reach is often limited compared to the viral nature of misleading content. The future of political discourse on social media remains uncertain. While the potential for positive change exists, it requires a collective effort from users, platforms, and policymakers to foster a more informed and respectful online environment. Only then can we hope to harness the true power of social media for the greater good. While the narrative of Modi as a former tea seller is widely accepted, it is not without its skeptics. This story has been a cornerstone of his political persona, symbolizing his humble beginnings and connection to the common man. However, the authenticity of this narrative has been a subject of debate and scrutiny. Over the years, journalists and researchers have raised questions about the veracity of this claim, pointing to inconsistencies and a lack of concrete evidence. Investigative reports have delved into the historical context, seeking to verify the details of Modi's early life. Despite extensive efforts, definitive proof remains elusive. Some have argued that the available evidence suggests Modi's role at the tea stall was minimal, if it existed at all. They cite the lack of documentation and reliable witness testimonies as significant gaps in the narrative. This has led to a broader discussion about the nature of political storytelling and the creation of personal myths. Critics point to the absence of any photographic evidence of Modi working at the tea stall during his childhood. In an era where even modest families often had access to cameras, the lack of visual documentation raises questions. This absence is particularly striking given the detailed photographic records of other aspects of Modi's early life. Additionally, they highlight discrepancies in Modi's own accounts of this period, with details changing in different interviews and speeches. These inconsistencies have been meticulously catalogued by researchers who argue that they undermine the credibility of the tea seller story. The variations in his narrative suggest either a lapse in memory or a deliberate attempt to shape his image. These inconsistencies have fueled speculation that the tea seller narrative has been exaggerated, if not entirely fabricated, for political gain. The story of a leader rising from humble beginnings to the highest office in the land is undeniably powerful, and some believe it has been crafted to resonate with voters. Further doubt arises from the lack of corroboration from individuals who were present at the railway station during Modi's youth. Despite extensive searches, few have come forward to confirm the story. Those who do often provide accounts that are either vague or inconsistent with other known facts. While some have come forward to support Modi's claims, their accounts often appear vague and contradictory. These witnesses sometimes offer conflicting details, further muddying the waters. This has led to a broader debate about the reliability of oral histories and the challenges of verifying personal anecdotes. This absence of credible witnesses has led some to question the authenticity of the tea seller narrative, viewing it as a carefully constructed myth designed to appeal to a specific demographic. The narrative serves to humanize Modi, making him relatable to millions of Indians who see their own struggles reflected in his story. The questioning of Modi's past is often met with fierce resistance from his supporters. They argue that the focus on this aspect of his life is a distraction from his political achievements and policies. For many, the tea seller story is a symbol of hope and perseverance, and any attempt to challenge it is seen as an attack on these values. They accuse critics of engaging in a smear campaign and of disrespecting Modi's struggles. Supporters often frame the debate as an attempt to undermine Modi's legitimacy and discredit his rise to power. This has led to a highly polarized environment where any criticism is viewed with suspicion. This polarization of opinion makes it challenging to have a nuanced discussion about the inconsistencies in the tea seller narrative without it devolving into a politically charged debate. The story of Modi's rise from a tea seller to Prime Minister is deeply ingrained in the public consciousness, and questioning it touches on broader issues of identity, aspiration, and political loyalty. As a result, the debate often becomes more about defending or attacking Modi's character than about uncovering the truth. The use of personal narratives to connect with voters is not a new phenomenon in politics. Throughout history, politicians have leveraged their life stories to create a bond with the electorate, making themselves appear more relatable and trustworthy. Politicians have long understood the power of sharing their stories of struggle and triumph to resonate with the electorate. These narratives often highlight their resilience, determination, and ability to overcome adversity, qualities that voters find admirable and inspiring. However, in the case of Narendra Modi, the tea seller narrative appears to be part of a carefully crafted strategy to shape his public image and appeal to a broad base of voters. This narrative is not just a recounting of his past, but a deliberate effort to construct a persona that aligns with the aspirations and values of the Indian populace. By emphasizing his humble beginnings, Modi presents himself as a man of the people, someone who understands the challenges faced by ordinary Indians. This portrayal is crucial in a country where a significant portion of the population struggles with poverty and limited opportunities. This narrative serves to bridge the gap between his current position of power and the everyday realities of the average citizen. It creates a sense of empathy and solidarity, suggesting that despite his rise to prominence, he remains connected to the common man's struggles. It allows him to position himself as a leader who has not forgotten his roots and who is committed to uplifting the underprivileged. This commitment is a central theme in his political messaging, reinforcing his image as a champion of the downtrodden and a proponent of social justice. The strategic use of the tea seller narrative is also evident in the way it is deployed to counter criticism. Whenever Modi faces accusations of being disconnected from the common man, this narrative is invoked to remind the public of his humble origins and his journey from a tea seller to the Prime Minister. When faced with accusations of being out of touch with the common man, Modi and his supporters often hark back to his time at the tea stall. This reference serves as a powerful rebuttal, suggesting that his experiences have given him a unique insight into the lives of ordinary people. This serves as a convenient shield against such criticism, reinforcing the image of a leader who is inherently connected to the masses. It helps to deflect negative perceptions and maintain his credibility as a leader who genuinely cares about the welfare of the people. The narrative of humble beginnings also plays into the larger narrative of Modi as a self-made man. This aspect of his story emphasizes his personal qualities of hard work, perseverance, and self-reliance, which are highly valued in Indian society. It feeds into the idea that he achieved success through hard work and determination, not through privilege or connections. This narrative is particularly compelling in a country where many people face systemic barriers to success and are inspired by stories of individuals who have risen above their circumstances. This message resonates strongly in a country like India, where many aspire to upward mobility but face significant obstacles. Modi's story offers a beacon of hope, suggesting that with enough effort and determination, anyone can achieve their dreams, regardless of their starting point. Furthermore, Modi's narrative is not just about his past, but also about his vision for the future. By presenting himself as someone who has overcome adversity, he positions himself as a leader capable of guiding the nation through its challenges and towards a brighter future. This narrative also helps him connect with the younger generation, who are often looking for role models who embody resilience and success. By sharing his story, Modi inspires young Indians to believe in their potential and strive for their goals. In essence, the strategic use of humble beginnings is a powerful tool in political storytelling. It humanizes leaders, making them more relatable and trustworthy, while also reinforcing their commitment to the values and aspirations of the people they serve. For Narendra Modi, this narrative has been instrumental in building and maintaining his political brand. It has allowed him to connect with a diverse electorate, counter criticism, and inspire a sense of hope and possibility among the Indian populace. As we continue to observe the political landscape, it is clear that the strategic use of personal narratives will remain a key element in shaping public perception and garnering support. Leaders like Modi demonstrate the enduring power of a well-crafted story in the realm of politics.